Today on All Things 80s, I found Star Wars figures at the discount store. Welcome back to All Things 80s, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you probably know that due to my location here in Brooklyn and not having private transport, it's very rare for me to go into a store that actually sells Star Wars figures. So today, when I went into the local dollar store, or discount store I should say, because there's not really much for $1, but the discount store, went downstairs, and facing me at the bottom of those stairs was this beautiful Star Wars display containing action figures. Now, with it being a discount store, they don't get the full ranges of figures, they get whatever hasn't been sold. And in this case, I've picked up 3 packs containing 2 figures. Now these are the golden commemorative Skywalker saga figures. So I have 1 pack that contains Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper, and according to the back, this pack represents Star Wars, and as they call it, A New Hope from 1977. The next one I picked up was from Return of the Jedi in 1983, and this one bizarrely features Luke Skywalker and Chewbacca. I would have thought Chewbacca should have been paired with Han Solo, but maybe that's just me. And finally, the last one they had from 2017 is representing The Last Jedi, and this pack contains Kylo Ren and Rey. Now, these are clearly 5-point of articulation figures, so I'm not sure which line of figures these are based on, because clearly they're not vintage collection. And I remember when these first came out, and it does say on the back, I think it says somewhere 2019. I remember seeing on social media a lot of people complaining, saying they're absolute junk. And to an extent, I can understand the complaints. Now, the reason I have these, because each one was $3. So with tax, for under 10 bucks, I've got 6 figures, and that to me is good value for money. The figures actually look pretty decent in my opinion. They're not terrible. The only sort of, like I said earlier, the only sort of complaint I would have is why they would pair Luke Skywalker with Chewbacca. But the funny thing about these is, these came out in 2019, as did the first wave of retro collection, and the card that is used for these card backs is fantastic. It's thick as hell. It's got a nice sort of metallic sheen to it, and I don't understand why it is they couldn't have used this card stock for the retro collection, but who knows. So, for $3 a go, who's going to turn that down? Now, the only issue was, clearly there are 9 in this entire series, and my discount store only had the 3 variations, but they had a ton of each one. And it was a real throwback seeing all these hung up on the pegs. It must have been, what, maybe 5 down and 4 across just of these figures. So whether or not you like them is another matter, but for me, just seeing Star Wars figures on pegs like that was a nice throwback and got me rather excited. Now, I also stated at the beginning of this video, I also had a Boba bonus, so let's check that out. So also today I popped into my local Rite Aid to take a quick look at their Christmas section, because if you watched my live stream yesterday, you would know that I'm a big fan of Christmas. So anyway, went in to look at the Christmas stuff, and they had this small display section. Of course, they had a lot of Grogu dressed up with Christmas apparel and whatnot, but they had a box containing these candy dispensers, and this one is of course Boba Fett. And the cool thing is it has a button that says, "Try me, push button." So when doing so...
He's no good to me dead. Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold. What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me. He's no good to me dead.
So we've got 3 phrases there. And whilst the candy itself looks pretty unappetizing, won't be eating that, it will make for a rather nice display piece. And as with the golden figures I just showed you, this too was $3. Well, $3 and change. I think it was like $3.40 or something. But regardless, for a nice display piece, I wasn't going to turn that down. And as I keep saying, it's quite rare for me to find Star Wars items for sale locally. So when I do, I tend to grab them. And this one really did grab my attention. So I'm really happy with my Boba Fett candy dispenser. So that was my little shopping spree today. Hope you enjoyed watching that. So I want to say thank you for watching. Special thanks goes out to the patrons. Please like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.